Hello and welcome back to Crafty Turn. Today I want to share with you an 8x8 book made with some new papers I've had. I think they've been out a while, but I haven't seen them before. And they're Stamperia papers called Master of Magic. So I've got the papers and I've got some of the chipboard ephemera. So you can see I've used it there, and I've used the little cards there. And I've used some of the sticky ephemera, the adhesive ephemera there. So let's have a look at this book. So on the first page, I've created a deep pocket, but with a flap. So your pocket is there, and I've used some of the chipboard ephemera just to highlight some of the little pieces on there, and another one there. And I've used a Cool Katz swivel closure to close that into place. So on this page I've got simple tuck pockets, and again I've used some of the chipboard ephemera on there. So on this page we've got the waterfall. Love the waterfall. It's a bulky page, so another tuck pocket page there, and the papers are just so beautiful. So I've used a whole piece across like that. So on this page, I've actually used one of the chipboard ephemera to make my swivel. So that swivels right round, and then that comes up, and there's a little tuck spot there, and then this opens up like that, and I've used the Cool Katz photo corners. I must use these dies almost every single day. They're just so useful and versatile. And then the whole thing comes down like this. And again, I've got the photo corners, only this time I've used the circular ones. And then I've got this opens up, this opens up. And I was going to put photo slots here, but I just love the papers. And I thought if I put a photo slot in there, it's going to spoil it. So, I mean, whoever buys this eventually, if they wanted to put a photo there, they could, it's, you know, but I didn't want to put photo slots and the mats in. And I always feel you need to put the mats in to show the size of the photos, so the mats can come out and you can measure the size. So those close like that, and then there's little tuck pockets there, and that comes back up like that, that comes like that, and that swizzles around. Now, there is a step-by-step for a page like this on my YouTube channel, so just go and have a look. What I tend to do is the whole albums I do as a walkthrough, but the individual pages will go on as individual pages, not necessarily in these papers, but I found that's the most effective way of getting tutorials and walkthroughs on. So we've got another, because we've got a bulky pocket there, we've got a flat pocket there with just some tuck spots, and then here again I've used the Cool Katz dies, and I've made a photo wallet. This is another of my favourite dies because it's so effective. Always the double slider. So this one's a little bit stiff, but there we go, it goes back in like that. And because I wanted everybody to be able to see this little girl here and all this, I sort of put it in at a slight angle, which after I'd done it, I thought that looks quite nice, that's quite jaunty. So again, we've got bulkier pages there and there. So we've got another tuck pocket here. And then this one opens up, and the little picture at the back then appears as well. So that goes like that. So that's the same design as the waterfall, but on its side. And then I won't bother opening this one because it's exactly the same. And then because I love them so much, I've got my diagonal pocket at the back there. So there is my Master of Magic album. Please let me know what you think of it. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Always open to suggestions for different ways I could do things. And if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. It really does help my figures. So thank you so much for taking the time out to watch this, and I'll see everybody soon. Bye bye.